Okay. Hey, I'm Liliann Duncan, and I am. Oh, I guess my breath. I just ran up the stairs. Whew. Okay. If you couldn't tell by my striped shirt that I finally found after ages and ages, I'm gonna do a Undertale, Frisk, and Chara series. I know I kind of said that I would do a skit type of thing, but I've been thinking about it, and if I go ahead and just kind of tell you, because all my skit would have been is Frisk coming up on a stage, explaining to everyone their tragic backstory and the reason why they went genocide, and how they met Chara, and how Chara took over them. Which, so let's get started. Alright, first off, we're going to start with, and let me make a disclaimer for all of you who may be wanting to be buttholes. This is clearly, this is just my opinion on what I think is the reason behind Frisk and Chara. Like, why they came to the mountain, why they fell down into the hole in the mountain and got into the world of monsters. And from what we know from the game, and sorry if you haven't played the game and this is a spoiler, so you might not want to watch this video. Anyway, we know from the game that Chara was the first fallen human. They lived with Torio, Asgore, and Asriel, and they were a part of the family. Well, tragedy struck when they got sick and died. Asriel, wanting to bring his fallen sibling to the world that he left and was born in, but unfortunately, Asriel was killed when he arrived, and then the story goes on from there, as we know. Well, I think the reason why Chara may have a strong dislike of humanity and monsters is because he doesn't, and sorry if I say he, but in my opinion, I do view Chara as a boy. I will try to keep it gender neutral because Frisk and Chara, they are both gender neutral. But anyway, Chara, I believe the reason why they left the human worlds and went up the mountain because, and I do believe that um, humans, you know how parents are. They tell you bedtime stories to make sure you're kept in line, like they did in Russia with the whole fairy tales. They, like, the true fairy tales are pretty darn creepy and gruesome. So, and I believe that Chara was told these bedtime stories about monsters and how if you go up to the mountain, you'll never be seen from again, which is pretty much true because you'd wind up dead, even though this is before they actually started doing that. But I believe that Chara may have come from an abusive home, maybe, and maybe that's why he hates humanity, or he was tossed around in foster care, or was constantly left alone, and never really had any friends or family that loved or cared about him. And maybe one day he just decided to go up the mountain and see if he could just disappear. And then maybe that's why he's become so angry and hostile towards humans and monsters. That's just my theory anyway. Now, goodness, now on to Frisk. Kind of similar to Chara, since they are both full humans. My thing for Frisk is I kind of invented this whole backstory type of thing, and keep in mind this is simply just my opinion or whatever. And this will kind of relate to why they went genocide and how they met Chara and their backstory. Alright, well, I'm going to explain the genocide reason. I believe that one day, the whole gang, like this is after Frisk had saved everyone and got everybody up onto the surface, and yeah, there was still complications with humans and monsters. They didn't quite trust each other and didn't know how things would work sometimes, and Frisk being so young and being declared an ambassador for monsters, it took a lot of toll on them. And so they didn't really know how to handle the whole issue with monsters and humans to get them to get along with each other. And so Toriel decides, hey, there's a fair in town. Why don't we all go, hang out, play some games, and just chill? Not worry about what monsters and humans think. Let's just go as a family and have fun. So they all go to the amusement, like the fair. That's the amusement park. They all go to the fair, and they're having fun. Bryce is having fun with Sans and everybody. And of course, there's a few human children like pointing, look, mommy, monsters. And the adults are like, don't make eye contact. Just stay away. But other than that, everybody was having a good old time until Frisk spies a woman at a tent for a magician. And Frisk's backstory that I've made up was they were in foster care. I mean, they were in an orphanage. Their Frisk's parents gave them up and put them in an orphanage. But before, and Frisk got tired of being picked on and bullied by the other kids and mistreated by the adult at the orphanage, decided to run away and go to mountain and disappear. And so, before they went, they wanted to find out about their parents, to see if it would be possible to find their parents. So, Frisk sneaks into the office of, like, head honcho the orphanage. I don't know what gender to really say they would be. Let's just say it's a girl. It's a woman. Yeah. Like the headmistress's office, and looks through his file and finds a picture of a woman and a man. But the information is inconclusive, and there's no address at all. It's just names and pictures and dates. That's all. So, Chris just decides to go over the mountain and disappear. He feels like he's they feel like they're worthless, that they don't murder anyone, and so they just go up there. But then, of course, they find out that monsters aren't bad, and now they're not going to, as long as you play nice. But anyway, back to the fair. Frisk has spotted the woman from the file, his mother. Oh, her mother. I wanted to say Frisk is a girl, but whatever. We're gonna say he. I don't care. And I'm neutral. Anyway, Frisk spies their mother, and he goes over there and tells the woman, "Hey, I'm Frisk, and I'm your kid." Well, at first the woman was like all smiling and all that, and like waving to people and trying to get them to come to the magician's tent to watch the show. And when Frisk says that to her, she frowns and grimaces and yells at him, because the reason why she gave Frisk up was because she blamed Frisk for the death of her husband, who was a pilot but died before Frisk was born, and Frisk's mom couldn't take that anymore and gave the baby up for adoption, blaming the baby on her husband's death. And so Frisk's mother yells at him, saying, "You caused my husband's murder. Why would I want you around? Get away from me, go." And then proceed to insult their monster family. And Frisk just couldn't take that anymore and ran off into the woods before anyone could stop him. And he kept running until he found like a spirit or ghost, I guess you could say, or more like a ball of lights that was talking, whatever you want to believe. And but the thing was, let me finish this up. The thing that was talking was Chara, and Chara said, "I can help you. I can give you an ending that everyone deserves." And Frisk believed Chara, said, "Okay." And then Chara went into Frisk and possessed them and restarted, basically. And then let Frisk kind of be in control at first, but kind of not. And as you saw, if you've played the Genocide or if you've seen it, yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and give you my story time of what I think would happen after that. After Sans defeats Chara, they get separated, and last bit of determination that they had left, they basically kind of restarted and then destroyed the restart button. And but doing so caused all the monsters to remember what Frisk had done, even though it was really Frisk's fault in a way, though they were there and it was their body, but no one knew that it was really Chara. And so Frisk had to go through about trauma, I guess, dealing with people hating them. And maybe eventually people might forgive him. Who knows? You decide. Alright, that's my little series story about Undertale. It's perfectly fine if you think this is absolutely crazy and could never possibly happen, and you don't believe that this would be Chara and Frisk's backstory, or even the reason why they went genocide. Up to you to say. Alrighty, well, I better go do laundry now, or my mom kills me. Alright, bye. Love you.